Hello out there, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at this 1979 film, Stalker, directed by Andrei Tarkovsky, who is, of course, one of the titans of Russian cinema, who has made several noteworthy films, including Solaris, Mirror Mirror, and among others. But I find his stuff to be a little bit too cold, which is ironic because in some ways even his film Solaris was meant to be a sort of warmer example, counterexample, I suppose, to 2001. But his films are very languorous. They're in no hurry to get anywhere anytime soon. But having said all that, there's no denying the visual impact and even the sound design of this film that it has. I mean, it's just one of those movies. It's like a 2.5 hour meditation. It's just, it's beautiful to behold, striking imagery, and what's even more interesting is that the story behind the production is even stranger. People died for their art for this film because they filmed everything on location and sought out old abandoned plants and infrastructure, waterworks, and the conditions that they put their actors and their crew through would have there's just simply no way that you could make a movie like this today. Certainly you would never get insured for it, because what they did for their art was none other than basically self-sacrifice. There's a video that I'll include a link to about the backstory of this film that I'll put in the comments section. But I would just say that if you're into post-apocalyptic, meditative thought pieces, then look no further than Tarkovsky's Stalker, which I find interesting. I guess the heroes that went in and did the needful for Chernobyl would call the people who went into the hot zone to clean up the nuclear waste and all that spent fuel. They called themselves stalkers, because basically the premise of the film is there's a lead character, a stalker is what they call them, kind of a Sherpa, who takes people into a forbidden zone, illegally, mind you, but he will, for a price, take people into this zone that's been walled off by the government. And the thought is that if you can get to it, there's a place there, a room, that once you enter the room, it will grant you every wish you ever wanted. And so he takes two individuals who, one I believe is a professor of literature, and the other is a professor in the sciences, like a physicist or something, and he gets them into the zone. And it's just a beautiful, unbelievably picturesque, unmistakably transcendental experience, just watching these three characters get into the zone. But it takes its time, and as you watch it, you may find yourself even nodding off. And funny story behind that, even the Russian intelligentsia that apparently were some of the first to see this film and give him comments, they all said, Andre, it's beautiful, but could you maybe, put in an action sequence or something, or trim it a little bit? And so Tarkovsky's response to that was, oh, really? Well, I'm going to add another 25 minutes of nothing, just because you've asked me that insipid question. And I just think that's hysterical. But the end result is undeniably haunting, beautiful, and you can see how this film has inspired many to come afterward. So search it out. I think you will be highly rewarded. This, of course, is the Criterion Blu-ray release, and it looks and sounds great. It has a little booklet here, and with a little essay on the production of the film. But again, I think the most interesting aspect of the movie is actually the production itself. So I will be sure to include that link in the comments section and try to pin it to the top. So on that note, please do take care out there. Stay safe, be kind, and keep watching cinema.